Hello friends, welcome back. We will be discussing spin quantum number now. It is the last quantum number. We have previously discussed three quantum numbers, namely principal quantum number, azimuthal quantum number and magnetic quantum number. Now we are on spin quantum number. Okay, what is spin? What does spin mean? Spin, in actual spin means rotation, right? We spin a ball. Ball, we spin it, right? Yes. Spin quantum number or spin is generally a property which helps in rotation, or a rotation can be otherwise called as spin. Now we can see that in general electron is not almost electron behaves as Earth behaves. What does Earth do? Earth revolves around the sun while rotating on its own axis, right? Earth revolves around the sun while rotating on its own axis. In the same fashion, electron follows Earth. Electron also, while revolving around the nucleus in its closed circular paths called orbits, it also rotates along its own axis. This rotation along its own axis is called, or it's termed to be spin. Spin is a term coined, or it was firstly used by Uhlenbeck and Gauss-Smith. These were the two scientists who discovered a quantum number called a spin quantum number. Why? Spin, as I told, it rotates along its own axis. While revolving, it rotates along its own axis. While rotation, it has some direction, right? Rotation is always directional. Non-directional rotation is not possible. So spin, being a vector quantity, spin angular momentum can have only two orientations related to the axis. What? Only two orientations? Yes. Rotation is always possible only in two ways. What? One clockwise, the other anti-clockwise. Right? So rotation is always possible in only two ways. One clockwise, the other anti-clockwise. What is clockwise? The direction in which clock moves. The hands of the clock moves. The direction in which hands of the clock rotate is called clockwise. That is, rotation in this direction is called clockwise rotation. Then what about anti-clockwise? The opposite direction of rotation in which the hands of the clock move is called anti-clockwise. Done. So the reverse movement of clockwise is nothing but anti-clockwise rotation. Done. Then what do we call? We have seen that every quantum number quantifies something. Every quantum number has been quantized. Yes. What did principal quantum number quantify? It quantified the size and radius of the orbit, right? Size and radius. Size, radius are the same. Size and energy of the orbit. Then what did L quantify? It quantified the shape of the orbital. Then what did M? It quantified the spatial orientations of the orbital. Then what does spin quantum number quantify? It quantifies the spin angular momentum. A new word, right? Spin angular momentum. All these terms with regard angular momentum, these will be very clearly explained in Bose-Modelon atom. So what does spin quantum number give? It gives the spin of the electron. Spin, yes, spin is nothing but the rotation along its own axis while revolving around the nucleus is called spin. It mainly explains double line structure of spectral lines. What? Spin quantum number mainly explains double line structure of spectral lines. How is the spectrum formed? We will be discussing about spectrum while discussing the Bohr's model of an atom. Before that, we will be discussing hydrogen spectrum. In that we will be discussing in detail about spectral lines. Okay. And now you just try to listen it. Afterwards, while we discuss about hydrogen spectrum, you will understand every single word. It mainly explains double line structure of spectral lines and magnetic properties of atom. What? Magnetic properties of atom? Yes. Rotation in two opposite directions with good velocities. I think it creates charge, right? Yes. That's why spin can explain magnetic properties of an atom. And magnitude of spin angular momentum can be derived or can be given by this formula. That is, S is nothing but root of S into S plus 1 by H by 2 pi. Again, we will discuss this in Bohr's atomic model. And what are the values S can take? Like L can take values from 0 to n minus 1. M can take values from minus L, 2 plus L including 0. Then what are the values S can take? S can take only two values, that is minus half or plus half. Either minus half or plus half. It can take only two values, one being minus half and other being plus half. Let these be the orbitals and these be electrons, and this be the axis passing through them. This is axis. Which axis? This is the axis of electron through which it rotates. Okay, this is clockwise motion. When it is in clockwise motion, it will have plus half. Okay, when the spin is clockwise, it contains value plus half. When the spin is anti-clockwise, this is anti-clockwise. When in anti-clockwise motion, it can have only value of minus half. When in clockwise motion, it will have a value of plus half. Okay? Is it clear? Yes. Here we conclude the topic of quantum numbers. Tomorrow or in the next lectures, we will be taking up very important topics and we learn how to write electronic configuration. The main rules or main pillars of atomic structure will be taken up in the next classes. That is Pauli's exclusion principle, Auer principle and Hund's rule. We will be taking up all these principles in next upcoming classes. Stay tuned. And if you have any other topics to be discussed, please give those topics in the comment section. I will try and discuss those topics even. And as usual, these notes will be provided in the Telegram channel and I will provide the link of the Telegram channel in the description. Please do subscribe this channel and also the Telegram channel for the notes. I am sure you will enjoy learning chemistry. Thank you. Take care. Bye.